So here I have an equation, x squared plus 2x minus 3. Now, equations like this, or the polynomials we've done so far, they're not very nice. They're very clunky, they're very difficult, they're very long. So in general, we try to factorize it to make it nicer to work with. We can really only solve these equations after we factorized it. Now, this x squared plus 2x minus 3 is a quadratic equation. Most of you will probably have done this in GCSE, where you have made it into two brackets. You have done x plus 3, x minus 1. Okay, so that's fairly straightforward quadratic expansion. Now, we're not going to do that. We're going to do it the long way around. We're going to do it with our remainder factorized factor theorem. The reason we're doing that is because this is a demonstration. Obviously, doing it this way is a lot easier for those of you that don't know how to do it. But I want to use something simple with x squared to demonstrate the method. So when we move on to x cubed or x power 4, you will use this method for those equations. So I want to factorize x squared plus 2x minus 1. Now, I haven't been told what I can divide this equation by to get my other factors. Therefore, I'm going to use my factor theorem. So my function of x is x squared plus 2x minus 3. What I need to do first is to find the value of x that makes this 0. In other words, I've got to find the value of x that makes my remainder 0. So my first step is to find x such that f of x equals 0, or in other words, the remainder is 0. Okay, so in most cases you have to go through different numbers. So you might start with function of 0 to see if this gives you 0, in which case it doesn't. It gives you minus 3, and then you continue on and try different methods. So if I try f1, for example, you have 1 squared plus 2 times 1 minus 3, which gives you 0. Okay, so bingo. I have 1 is my value x, that x function x 0. By our factor theorem, this means I can take x squared plus 2x minus 3 and divide it by x minus 1. So my next step is just to do this division. So the next step is to divide. So I want to take my x squared plus 2x minus 3 divided by x minus 1. So normal division, you find the value x, you find the value here, that times x gives you x squared, x. You then find the consequence of your answer, so x times x gives you x squared, x times minus 1 gives you minus 1. You then find your remainder, x squared minus x squared gives you 0, 2x minus minus 1 gives you, sorry, that was not correct. X times x gives you x squared, x times minus 1 gives you minus x, not minus 1. You then have 2x minus minus x, which gives you 3x minus 3. You then look at what times x gives you 3x, in which case it will be plus 3 times x gives you 3x. You then look for your consequence. 3 times x gives you 3x, 3 times minus 1 gives you minus 3, and your remainder is 0. Therefore, x squared plus 2x minus 3 over x minus 1 gives us x plus 3. So if I want to factorize this equation, x squared plus 2x minus 3, I can factorize it as x plus 3 times by x minus 1.